Please. 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 Please.
What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Well, Blue Beetle is out, and based on the court of public opinion and critical opinion, Blue Beetle's doing great. Look at the numbers right there. 75% on the tomato meter. That's good enough for certified fresh. You got a nice, healthy bucket of popcorn with the audience at a 92%. Yeah, when you dig in a little bit deeper, you can see with the all critics, 75%. Top critics, 67%. Okay, not too bad. Verified audience, 92%. All audience, 87%. All right? Blue Beetle's doing great when it comes to the court of public opinion. Certainly better than Shazam, Fury of the Gods, only had a 49% and 86% audience score. Also doing better than The Flash with a 64%, also with an 83% audience score. But does any of it matter? Does any of this matter? Not when it comes to the box office, all right? The box office doesn't care about any of that shit. Box office cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's butts in seats, and nobody's going to see this. As you can see on Deadline, Blue Beetle still eyes 25 million. So remember, when I talked about it being, will it be a flop or not? It said it was going to range somewhere between 22 and 32 million. That was going to be kind of the range that it could fall in. And it looks like it's going to fall on the low end of that range. Okay, now this is only as of Saturday morning, okay? You know, we still got ways to go through the weekend. Maybe it'll pick up, you know? Maybe people will start to show up. Maybe people will flock in to see this film based on those Rotten Tomato scores. I doubt it, all right? I doubt it. Yeah, you can see opening night, $10 million. That's it, all right? $10 million on Friday. And listen, that includes the $3.3 million in Thursday previews. So a total of what? $6.7 million on just Friday? That's pathetic. I'm sorry, no matter how you slice it, that's pathetic. That would be all right maybe for Strays, all right? But for a comic book film in this generation, in this time, yeah, you can't be coming in with these kind of numbers, all right? This is an absolute flop, all right? And here's the thing. Blue Beetle already had a lot working against it. You guys understand this, okay? You had the 3 previous DC flops, you know, with Black Adam, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Flash, all right? Flop, flop, flop. All 3 of them, okay? Plus you have an unknown character. Nobody really knew who the Blue Beetle was. Like, who the hell is this guy? You got to put the Blue Beetle in a universe that you're building on. You know, if you build it on a big universe, you know, with all kinds of major popular characters and it's leading somewhere, that's when you can throw in a Blue Beetle and make some money off of it. And then, of course, the last part was you got a rebooted universe. That was the other thing. Because of this rebooted universe, those 3 things were working against it, okay? The 3 previous flops, the unknown character, and a rebooted universe. Nobody at all was checking for this film, and the box office shows, and that's what I've been talking about. The quality of the film really isn't in view. It's about, hey, how do we get the general audience to come out and watch this? All right. And in this era of comic book films, the only way that the general audience is going to come out and watch the Blue Beetle, number one, is if the universe, all right, the DC universe is solid. It's on firm ground. James Gunn just rebooted it. So this guy automatically tanked the film right off the bat with that reboot. This was the result of what James Gunn did. You know, he set all of these 2023 films up for failure. Okay. All of them have flopped. Aquaman's next. Okay, because they don't connect to anything. Nobody's going to care. You actually have to have a full-blown universe that makes sense. He could have easily did this instead of making The Flash one of the biggest box office flops in Hollywood history. And don't get me wrong, Ezra Miller had a lot to do with that as well, all right? But a lot of it had to do with James Gunn rebooting the universe, getting rid of Henry Cavill. That was his first mistake. You don't get rid of the poster child for your DC brand right now, okay? Nobody else was that guy. Henry Cavill was. You keep Cavill. And then you say, you know what, we're going to figure out how we can weave all of these other characters, you know, Flash and Blue Beetle and Shazam and Aquaman. We're going to weave these guys into what I'm planning, okay? And then people would have said, oh, okay, he's still working on this universe. This universe isn't dead. Let me go check out some of these films. You know, I want to be able to keep up and blah, 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 blah. You know, and then afterwards, DC just changes on a whim anyway. Yeah, we're going to go in a different direction. No more Wonder Woman, Superman, Henry Cavill's going. They could have said all kinds of stuff, but they would have at least preserved 2023. Now 2023 is just flop, 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 and one more flop to come, all right? That's basically where it is. Again, that's why I don't trust James Gunn 100% to run DC. He might be good on the comic book writing and, Guardians. I like Guardians, okay, as a series. Thought that was fine. Like Suicide Squad, like Peacemaker, okay? So I'm good with some of this stuff. But James Gunn, it's him. He blew it, all right? He's the reason for these flops. He has to own it, all right? At this point, he has to own it. Hey, I messed up, okay? I shouldn't have said that. And I should have made people get excited for these films instead of saying, oh yeah, you don't even have to watch these. All right. Superman Legacy 2025. Just check that out because that's the start of my universe. As soon as he said that, done deal. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out what Deadline has to say about it. Even though the weekend's new entries, Warner Brothers DC's Blue Beetle and Universal Strays, aren't coming in at the top of their projections with respective lower weekends of $25 million and $8.5 million, the overall health of the theatrical business is still in good shape. It's being further bolstered by fifth weekends of Barbie, $20.5 million, and Oppenheimer at $11 million. I think Oppenheimer's about to cross like $700 million. Amazing performance for that, which are fueling an estimated $100 million weekend. That's 28% over the same August frame a year ago. So yeah, with Barbie and Oppenheimer, those two films are supporting this current theatrical run. Blue Beetle, and again, this is why it was so stupid, in my opinion, to go and piss off the fan base, with those comments from the director. That was dumb. You want to be as completely neutral. You want to be as completely inviting and opening to everybody. It doesn't matter what side of the political or social agenda aisle they fall on. You just want to, hey, wide open, guys, come watch our film, all right? This isn't about politics. This is about just us telling a story. That's what we're here for, all right? And Blue Beetle may be that. I don't know. I'm going to go check it out tomorrow and see what it's like, weather permitting, as long as the weather isn't too crazy, because it's supposed to be like a hurricane coming through L.A., first time in ever, I think. But as long as the, weather holds up, I'm going to go and check it out. But that doesn't matter, okay? You had this dumb trailer, all right, that said Batman's a fascist in this politically hot climate. Why would you do that, all right? Regardless of how you feel about the film, it was a dumb marketing move, and that's what's led to this terrible box office, because guarantee you, DC fans would have showed up in more numbers. That's just the bottom line. But those comments turned off a significant amount of DC fans. It says, after making $10 million yesterday, Blue Beetle still has Saturday left, which could deliver more business. Yeah, because Sunday's a school night, all right? Sunday's a school night right now. And yeah, they're saying all of these K through 12 educational institutions are off break. All right, summer's over. They're sending their kids back to school. So they're not going to be going to the theaters on Sunday, But yeah, will it do better than 10 million on Saturday? Probably, all right? But how much better? I don't think it's going to do very, very well. It says the movie got a 90% with the Latino and Hispanic moviegoers. It's going to overperform, in my opinion, with that community for obvious reasons, of course. All right. Who led the charge at 38% to the Caucasians, 27% in turnout, and a 75% grade. Yeah, I think that the Latino and the Hispanic community is definitely going to show up in a lot better numbers than everyone else. All right. But I don't think it's going to be enough, and actually, let me check something out real quick, talking about Saturday. All right, so check it out. This is AMC Blue Beetle, the headline of the show. Okay, let's try to get some tickets. Let's see what's available right now. All right, so this is one of the theaters I usually go to close by. 1:05 p.m. showing. So that's about, let me see. That's about a half hour from now. Okay, perfect. So a half hour out. Let's see where this thing is at. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Still a lot of empty seats up front. If you wanted to go, it's not sold out, certainly. All right. But that's not too bad. Most of the back part is filled up. This is one of those dine-in theaters, so really not a bad seat in the house. I actually like sitting up here when it's the dine-in theater. All right, so let's check this one out. This is another theater I go to, Del Amo, all right? And again, it's about 1 o'clock. This is an IMAX. Look, this is an IMAX theater. This is less than 50%. This is less than 50% full, all right? And this is a half hour before this is a half hour before the movie starts. Again, at the time of this recording, because I'm recording this at 12:30. So, look, this thing right here is bad, okay? Nobody's coming to check for this in the IMAX. Now, okay, that's a premium screen. Hold on, let's go see just like a regular screen real quick. All right, so this is a regular theater. Let's check this one out. 3 o'clock. Actually, you know what? This is a Dolby Cinema theater, too. So, yeah. But, I mean, this is actually better than the IMAX, all right? This looks to be somewhere around maybe 55, 60% full. So, okay, that's not too bad. And here's a 2:20 showing. Yeah, again, just mostly empty. Again, they're not filling these places up. They're really not filling these theaters up. a handful of people. I mean, this is at 2:00. So, a few more people might show up for this. But yeah, this is not good. It's been all kind of pictures of empty theaters. You want this thing to be jam-packed. Everybody's not a seat left, all right, in the house. You want this thing to be jam-packed. If you have a big budget blockbuster superhero film, this should be filled by now. At 2:00 coming up in about an hour and a half, this should be filled up. Nobody should be able to get a seat anywhere in here, not even the upfront seats, So again, I put this on James Gunn. I've said this many, many, many times, all right? I put this on James Gunn even more so than the director and the actor's comments, because James Gunn, he said, hey, we're rebooting the whole universe. As soon as he said that, and people were like, well, what's the first film going to be? Oh, it's going to be Superman Legacy in 2025. Oh, okay. I don't have to pay attention to DC until 2025. That's basically what he subconsciously told people. Because now he's coming back and saying, oh, Blue Beetle's a part of the DCU. Blue Beetle is not a part of the DCU the way he's trying to present it. Yeah, this character might move forward into his DCU, but is he going to be a major character? No. Okay? And even if he was, like, you don't start the DCU with this film, right? You're not going to start, oh, this is the first film in the DCU. That's not going to work. He's already stated that it's Superman Legacy. So, like I said, once he did that, it was a wrap, all right? It'd be interesting to see how this thing fares, all right, throughout the rest of this weekend. If it can get closer, if it can beat that 25 million, maybe get to 30 million, all right, save a little bit of face. But, I mean, sheesh, the way it's looking right now, it may dip below the 25, with these, half empty theaters. I mean, this is not good, okay? It's not good at all. Anyway, folks, you guys let me know what you think about these triple flops that came from DC this year. Jump down in the comments, give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.